Maura Allen is the new head coach of rowing at UCF, and I know it has been crazy since the time you got the job and everything. So first, welcome.
Thank you.
How did this come about? When did you learn of the opportunity, and take us through a little bit of the process?
Tim Allen, the associate AD here, reached out to me, I think middle of May. It was right before the Big 12 championship, and at the time I was not looking at other opportunities. I was really happy, and my time in Texas was great. I was really happy there, and I met with him in Austin, but I essentially told him, like, I'm good. Like, I'm really happy where I am. And then about a month later, I was recruiting at the Youth National Championship, and he'd reached out again. And I think I was in Florida, and I was so close to Orlando that I gave him a call back and was like, you know what? If you want me, it's really low chances. Like I said, I'm very happy at Texas, but I'll come look. And he jumped on it. He's like, yeah, great. And so then I came and saw it, and that's really what kind of got the ball rolling.
Almost a decade at Texas, a whole bunch of Big 12 championships, national championships. What do you take away of that time at Texas that prepares you for now this opportunity?
I think one of the biggest things that I learned at Texas and from Dave was just how much you can value hard work and effort. Like if people are working hard and they put in a really good effort and have a great attitude, things are going to go well. And I remember in our first 2 years, it was selling that, it was selling the idea of like, hey, work hard, have a good attitude, and things will go well. And then when we start to see how that manifested in results, it was really special. And I think seeing or having the opportunity here to hopefully bring that to UCF as well is really exciting.
Take me back to the early years. How did rowing become part of your life where you said, I got this fever and I want to do this?
Well, I was forced into the sport, like I think many young athletes. I had just stopped swimming, and my mom essentially said, fine, you have to do something. And I just, told her point blank, well, I'm not rowing. I'm not going to row. Like my older sister was rowing. My brother had just started. My dad rowed when I was a kid. We'd watch him do races. And I was like, nope, not following them in that. And then I made one friend the first day of school in high school, Chelsea Wilson. And she was like, I'm going to go rowing tryouts this afternoon. And I was like, darn it. Like, okay, I'll go with you. And then I think she stopped rowing about 6 weeks later, and I'm here. So thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah, go to Cal and have great success, win championships. When you look back at your experience at Cal, what do you take from that?
A big part is the relationships. I think being on a team, working hard with other women who are working really hard, and feeling like you're accomplishing something, not just from the championships, but from the day-to-day, and enjoying the day-to-day and being really invested in what you're doing and thinking what you're doing matters. I think that experience is something as a coach I want to make sure that athletes are having wherever I am, because that's just, at the end of the day, that's what is important. Trophies can't hug back, but I think trophies come when you really focus on the moment you're in right then and doing the best you can and enjoying that, and it not being so horrible that you're like, oh, if I don't win, like this wasn't worth it. But every day should be worth it, and then the rest of it will come.
Very few people get to put the country's letters across their jersey. You've done that. What is it like to represent your country on a world stage?
Oh my God, that's the best. I think it wasn't something I'd ever thought about as a kid doing, but I remember the first U.S. uni that I wore at a race. It was like a dream come true. Like representing your country in any way, I think, is one of the coolest things you can be a part of, and getting to do that and getting to be successful. There are really no words. It's just, I think it's such an awesome thing.
You come here to take over a program that's had success in the American. UCF was arguably the dominant program, but now the Big 12. It certainly helps you're familiar with that conference.
Yeah.
What's the challenge now as you take this program on another level?
I think there are just a few. It's about making sure, and I think there's great groundwork that's been laid, and it seems like the team is really ready to do well and work hard, and I think that's a lot of credit to the staffs in the past. And I think the biggest challenge is going to be just how hard we can work. Like, we're only limited here by how hard we can work and how good of a time we can have while doing that, and letting people who are passionate about rowing and passionate about this team doing well and passionate about working hard every day, letting them be the voice and leader of the team and to have that move the team forward.
For those that may not know, just how deep in quality is the Big 12 and what you're stepping into? I mean, you know these programs.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, with all likelihood, Texas is going to be racing the Big 12 championship for the foreseeable future. And it's going to be a very, very, very tough to win the conference. But I think, and I know Tennessee is going to be really strong because Kim Capini is a great coach, and Alabama, and I mean, all of them. It's going to be tight. And there was some really tight racing last year at the Big 12 championship. And my hope is the same thing that it's always been, is we focus on the attitude, we focus on the effort, and we're going to get in it. And it's going to be really fun.
Why do you coach?
I think one, because I had such a great experience as an athlete, getting to be a part of that and helping other people realize how great of an experience it can be, and hopefully providing that space for people who really, want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, who want to work hard, who want to be competitive, but maybe it's never been, or it has been, and they just want to continue, that it's been focused in a really great way, that they realize that it can bring people together, and it can create really, really good relationships with people. And it's so fun seeing that. Well, fun, it was great watching it or being a part of it as an athlete, and now getting to see them get to do that. It's kind of like it's not like being a parent, but it's just getting to see them have similar experiences that I had, and I know how valuable they were to me. I think I'm just so excited that it's a job, because it's such a fun job.
Last question. What did you know about UCF before coming here? And in the few days you've been here, because you've been running around crazy, what excites you about being part of this brand now?
It's so exciting. It's clear the athletic department is incredibly supportive of their athletes and of their sports, and seeing and meeting everyone and seeing that, those thoughts that I had when I was first interviewing, that, okay, yeah, this is a place where you can be really good, and they're going to support you to being really good, and knowing they're transitioning to the Big 12, and that's going to add even more support and more excitement around what we're doing. I'm really stoked about the people I'll be working with. It's going to be really fun.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Maura Allen is the head of UCF's rowing program as the Knights get set to enter the Big 12, and go Knights, charge on.